Hello everyone, welcome back to my sessions. In today's session, we will be discussing about backward chaining and we will also see how to solve this example with the help of backward chaining. So first let us see what is backward chaining and how to solve this. So backward chaining is nothing but it's a kind of AND OR search. Suppose if the node is an R node, then that means you need not solve all the goals, only part. If any of the goal is proved, that is enough. Then if it is an AND node, then all the parts has to be solved in order to reach the goal. So this is nothing but the AND OR search. This is a depth first search algorithm. And the space requirements are linear, and backward chaining suffers with the problems like repeated states and incompleteness, because if it is an AND node, both should be solved. So sometimes I might be repeating it. Suppose if it does not have all the necessary things, that node cannot be solved also. That is incompleteness. So when that is a problem with an AND node. So for AND node, all problems should be solved. So where we will be using this in logical programming systems is, first of all clauses will be fetched and we try to unify it with the goal. So while unifying it, first of all, we have to standardize all the variables. This standardization I have discussed in the previous lecture, forward chaining. I'll not be repeating it here. And if then clauses if they do not unify with the goal, then providing every conject in the LHS using an AND node. The function interns works by providing each of the conjects in turn, keeping track of the accumulated substitutions as we go. So for example, directly it is not available. So in that case, you should go with the substitution and then try to solve all the goals. Conjunction is nothing but an AND, right? So in AND, whatever sub-sentences are there, those sub-sentences you can get it by substitution and finally try to solve it. So here is the same example that we discussed in the forward chaining. I'm using it here. Okay. I will skip off how we have formed all these statements. The first order definitive clauses. So a total of 8 definitive clauses we had, right? So the same thing I'm taking it here. If you have not watched forward chaining, I will provide it in the icon. Please do watch that and then continue with this. I just want to save your video time. Okay. So here, this is a depth first search. So that means first we will be starting with atomic statements. We already discussed there what are the atomic statements. Okay. So this is 2, 3, and 4. So here we will be starting with the atomic states and we'll try to reach to the goal state. Okay. So here the atomic statements are American of West, then missile M1, owns Nono, M1, and then enemy of Nono, America. Okay. So from here, we have to proceed to the goal. So this is our goal. We have to reach there. Okay, so to reach that, first of all, let us see, is there any statement in the form of P implies Q? So here, whatever clause you have, this is our Q. So also, this is our P. So associated with this, do we have any other statements? Let us see. Enemy. Here I have enemy of X, America. So here I have. So if that is the case, what I can conclude? I can conclude hostile of X. So this is the statement associated, right? So this enemy of X, America. So from this, I am using the substitution. Just give me a moment. I will just write down the substitutions for you. So here I have noted down all the substitutions for you. So the first statement, missile of M1. So here M1, I am replacing it with Y. This is the first substitution I am taking. Okay. So whenever you are substituting that, you will be indicating with theta dash, right? I hope you have this idea. So here theta is our substitution. Here theta is nothing but y. So this y, all these are our substitutions. Okay. So for 4 of this, here I have no substitution because so this does not require any substitution. Here, this empty braces means that it does not require any substitution. Here, I don't have any. Only in this case, I have the substitution, that is y is m1 is substituted with y. So this is the substitution I have. So why I substituted, I will explain you shortly. And then, so since I have substituted, okay, so the first one I am done. Missile of Y I am done. American of S. Here also I have no substitution. Then associated with this, do I have anything else? In order to prove criminal of West, okay, what are the associated statements? I have American of X. Then weapon of Y I need. Okay, so only here in case of missile of M1, I replaced it with Y. Okay. So that here I can take it. Here, if X is a missile, then X is a weapon. So I can use this statement and then I can draw from this weapon of Y. Okay. So this I have drawn, done. Next, what other things I need to derive? So from the existing things, from missile of M1 and from owns of X. So these two are connected with conjunctive and. So from this I can derive cells. So I'm marking this as an AND node. Okay, so this arc indicates an AND node. So these two must be solved. Missile of M1 and owns of nono comma X. These two must be solved in order to reach this. And here you can see the substitution. Z is replaced. Here I have nono. Okay. So here that Z, nono is replaced with Z. Here already we have replaced Y with M1. The same thing we are using here. And here I have West is an American. So the same truth I have taken. So here I am replacing X with West. So here actually this is nothing but our cells of X comma Y comma Z. Okay. So then from this enemy, associated with this enemy, do we have any other clause? Let us check. Yes, here. Yes, here. If X is an enemy of America, then he is hostile. So here we are saying that Nono is an enemy of America. So I can say Nono is hostile. So from this clause, from 6, I am proving this one. So now if I have all these 4, I can reach to my goal. Here, American of X, weapon of Y, cells X, Y, Z, hostile of Z. So if all these are solved, then what I can do? I can reach to criminal of X. Okay, so this is how your backward chaining will work. So we will be starting with the leaf nodes or the atomic statements, and from there we try to prove this complex sentence. Let us see the same with the help of the algorithm. Okay, so here in the first part, in the generator part, what we are doing is we are trying to standardize the goals. First, fetch rules for the goal. Okay, that is that should be there in the knowledge base. How our rule should be in the form of LHS to RHS. Just fetch for these sort of rules in the knowledge base. And then you try to standardize all the variables. Then while standardizing, if any unification is required, okay, if this RHS is reaching you to goal, then substitute, unify with the help of theta, substitute a theta, and that we will be calling as theta dash. The first substitution, whatever you are doing, if it is taking you to the goal, so that we are calling as theta dash. And then what we have done, I'll just show you in this example. So the first unification that we have done is we replaced M1 with Y. Okay, so this is our theta dash. And we try to generalize. Okay, we have standardized. I have seen that I made sure that I'm using different names for different variables. For missile, I'm using Y. For missile, I'm using M1. Two different names I'm using. Nowhere I have the same name for two different purposes. Okay. So in wounds, if you check, I have no M1. And in enemy, if you check, I have no America. So here I have American of West. So if you see all these literals, all are distinct. So we are not repeating any variable for two different purposes. Okay. So that is what done in this first part. Then, so whenever this AND node yields for a substitution, in order to derive, if it is an R node, solving any one goal is enough. Okay. So just you will fetch for only one rule. If required, you will standardize the variables similar to how we have done here for missile of Y in order to reach to weapon of Y. Suppose if it is an AND node. So in that case, what you need to do, you have to solve all the nodes. So here if you see, missile of M1 is an R node, ons of Nona is an R node. So if I combine these two, then only I will be getting the solution for this. Then if you see this AND node, this is an R node, this is also an R node, only this cells is an AND node. Here I have combination of R and AND nodes. Okay, so then this R, whatever substitution we have done for R node that we are taking as theta dash, whatever substitution you have done for AND node with that we have used in R. So suppose if you are using theta dash and again you are going for a substitution, then you are marking it as theta double dash. Okay. So then you need to solve these two goals. If it is an AND node, you have to solve first of goals, rest of goals. All the goals must be satisfied. So that again, that goal can be an R node or it can be an AND node. So if you solve these two, then only you will be getting the solution for an AND node. You will be reaching the goal of your AND node. Hope you have understood. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.